Hi, Melanie here from Coaching with Melanie. Today we're talking about how to manage and deal with clients or colleagues who may be judging you harshly in your experience, or who may be giving you feedback that you may perceive as negative. So this is particularly useful for people who may be sensitive or very sensitive. Sensitive people are defined sometimes as described as people who feel they experience emotions very deeply, and in my experience I think also sensitive people may need longer to come out of a deep emotional state. So a client, a student, a colleague, a family member, whoever it is in your life who is currently pushing your buttons or kind of triggers you is the kind of person you want to have in mind when you're watching this video. So in my other life, I'm a Pilates teacher, I run my own business, and over the years I've encountered quite a few clients who will trigger me one way or another. They will either be the kind of person who will be kind of asking lots of questions and kind of in a disruptive way in a group class, openly in front of everyone. There'll be the people who will be perhaps having such a mindset that's different to mine, and maybe they'll be saying how much they're not getting it, or how rubbish they are, or they switch everything off and like, oh, I don't understand anything. Or it could be people who decide to cancel their membership without saying anything. They just vanish and you wonder what happened, or they just say I'm leaving and they don't say why and you don't know what's going on. So there's all sorts. So just pick one circumstance, one scenario that will resonate the most for you, because the things that I'm going to say now for the rest of the video are universal and they can be applied in almost any circumstance. So the real message I want to share with you today is mainly about that. When a client or someone is sharing a comment or feedback or a criticism with you, about you or for you or someone else, essentially what that person is doing nothing to you. That person is essentially just reflecting and projecting their own beliefs, values, and experiences. So essentially they're just taking their own baggage and just dumping it on you. Okay, so usually what happens is when we're caught up on that receiving end of other people's baggage, it can be quite tricky to know what to do with it, how to handle it, how not to feel responsible for the other person's baggage. And me personally, before I started coaching and training and before I became a coach, I would take responsibility for everyone's baggage. I just felt like it was my job to keep everyone happy, everyone, pleased, and yeah, it just wasn't good for me. So the simplest thing is to start really viewing the person who is projecting on you as that, simply someone who is sharing with you their viewpoint, their experience of the current situation. It doesn't make it true, it doesn't make it right, it doesn't make it wrong. You see, the ego, your ego and their ego, will probably try and either defend their corner or your corner, or so fight, or flight and freeze. So these are the kind of three main reactions usually the ego will give when it feels kind of threatened, or kind of like someone's like accusing you of something or dumping stuff on you. So the first thing I find really useful is to tell myself kind of in my head when someone's like going blah 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 at me, is to just go, okay, it's their experience, they're sharing their judgment, and it has nothing to do with me, and their experience is theirs. It doesn't make it right or wrong, and my experience is mine, and it doesn't make it right or wrong. And it's that simple. just takes practice. You just need to keep practicing it every time, every opportunity you get. Now, there are other scenarios when a client or the person you decided to kind of think about when watching this video is expressing something or sharing their experience or opinion, and you just simply don't see eye to eye. It's just very simple. A very, very effective way to get out of this, or just kind of resolve it in a way, without having to take on the other person's baggage and take responsibility for resolving it for them. And this is something I share with my coaching clients, is to say, let's agree to disagree. And you can say that with a smile on your face, you can say that with a sense of humor, you know, according to the circumstances. You could also say, I can see that this is your experience of the circumstances, of the situation, but in my experience, you know, from my perspective, is this and this and this. So there's nothing wrong with sharing your perspective, but also very importantly, it's good for you to acknowledge to them that you see their perspective and their experience. And then finally is remembering that someone's judgment is theirs, and only theirs. When someone, whether someone judges something as good or bad or useful or useless or valuable or not valuable, whatever, you know, it's theirs. You can't control their judgments. So the only thing you can do is thank them for sharing their experience with you, and just give yourself some time and some space in case you will have a reaction initially, but then allow some space for a response and reflection, and ultimately look at this as an experience that will pass. It's an experience that is there to teach you something. So from now on, when I see, when a client appears or someone in my life appears who will kind of challenge me or trigger me, I will actually, I see them as a teacher. I just accept that that person is there at that point in my life for a reason, and I just openly ask internally or in journaling, what is this person here to teach me, and what can I learn from this experience? So I hope this is useful. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or get in touch. Also, if you would like to experience what holistic coaching is like, and you've never had it before, you don't know if coaching is for you, you're more than welcome to book a free discovery call with me. We'll do that online or over the phone, depending where you are in the world. And so there's a button, there's a link to click on either below or somewhere around the screen, and you can use it to schedule your free discovery call with me. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye.